Avengers, assemble. Welcome back to Sanders Presents. I'm Greg, and if you're enjoying the content we're producing, please consider sponsoring us by assembling on our Patreon and become an Avenger today. We have two tiers available, a $3 tier and a $5 tier. At that $5 tier, you become an Avenger Premium member, and as a founding Avenger, your name is added with these wonderful people on our Avenger Memorial Hall of Fame. To my Avenger Premium members, thank you so much for sponsoring this content, and to all of my Avengers, again, thank you for sponsoring this content and making it possible. So, we're going to get right into it and sort of wrap up our week of looking at again, we've looked at phase 1 of the Avengers. We've talked about phase 2. Those are our terms. Those are our channel terms. It's not official. That's always just been us for a point of discussion. And now, Reimagined. So, at the beginning of the year, we had an exclusive leak that Square Enix is working on another Marvel title. We do not know if it's a sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy. We do not know if it is a sequel to Avengers like Destiny to Destiny 2 or Division to Division 2. We simply don't know. What we do know is that Square Enix is working on another Marvel title. And I wanted to kind of shine a light on Marvel's Avengers because if Avengers is going to be reimagined, if there is going to be an Avengers 2 like there was a Destiny 2 for, that kind of whole live service environment, what could that look like in terms of feedback from, the community, in terms of what could work, what should be changed, how to approach it? I think the first thing we can all agree on is if there were to be a sequel to Avengers, every hero that has already launched needs to be there right from the start. I think that's something, I feel like that's something we would all agree on. So like if there was an Avengers 2 that came out in 2023, right? And we had gotten, She-Hulk and Winter Soldier and Captain Marvel, it needs to include those characters plus all the ones we've already gotten, right? Just as a starting point, just to kind of so that, hey, it's a continuation, however they chose to market it, whatever. But the point still stands, at least in my opinion. That's how I would feel about it. And again, focus, in terms of focus testing, in terms of getting perspective, I would love to hear your, points on that too. The other thing is, I feel like, we've kind of come back to this a lot this week, but I feel like it's something just to put a pin in and kind of keep referencing next gen only. We need to move away from the Xbox One. We need to move away from the PS4. We need to go next gen only, obviously next gen and PC, and really focus on making those versions the best possible. And then it kind of comes into what do you do about the gameplay mechanics? What do you change? What do you keep? I think this is probably going to be one of the most divisive topics, and it's one that I think could have its own video, like its own topic on this, just to have focused feedback. But I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put a little note here just to see what the feedback is. The gear system. It's always something that I've talked about, and most people seem to miss the joke, unfortunately. I don't know. I guess it's the internet. I guess the internet just people really like to, no, we got to correct. I make the joke about Hulk pulling out his bones, and like thousands of people come from the woodwork to remind me that it's nanites. And it's just like, that doesn't work for the joke, Mac. I mean, like that's not the point. Like, you ever seen that meme picture of somebody standing and the joke's just kind of thrown over? It's just that's what that is. Like it doesn't work for the joke of just kind of being silly and facetious, just for the sake of being silly and facetious. Like, whatever logic they apply to it, it's a video game and you're playing as a giant green guy anyway. So, I mean, like, let's have some fun. Let's calm down on the science of it all. It is a joke. But I've always been in that boat. I mean, you're playing the superheroes. The cosmetics are important. I don't feel like the gear is. I don't. Like, if Avengers was going to be reimagined, whether through a sequel or a complete, some type of continuation or literally completely reimagined, I would not focus on any kind of gear or loot system for Avengers. For superheroes completely. I mean, it doesn't tie into them. Yes, level up. Yes, have skills, have a skill tree, things like that. But it just, there are absolutely games where gear chasing works. World of Warcraft, getting better armor, buffs and debuffs and all those kind of things. Destiny also has the semblance of, again, that kind of WoW semblance of the better armor and things like that, and magic and all this stuff. But you have these superheroes who, they all do such incredibly different things that I don't really think you need to have a looter element to it. I just don't think it fits the superheroes. Now, that's perspective. That's me. And if we did a focus test, who knows what the majority consensus would be among the average audience. I just don't think a looter-shooter frame is a logical conclusion for superheroes. That, again, I will reiterate, is perspective. It's just my opinion. But these are all talking points. These are all bullet points. That's where you come in. You take them, disseminate them, just get the word out, get your perspective in on it, share your thoughts. Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix are always listening. We can't say for certain at this point, at the recording of this video, exactly what the title is that we've exclusively leaked that Square Enix is working on that is a Marvel title. We don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe it's an Avengers 2. Maybe it's a reimagining of Avengers. Who knows? But it's something worth paying attention to. And it does get the ideas rolling about what is, how could you, what would a reimagined Avengers or an Avengers 2 look like? What would you keep? What would you toss away? What's frivolous? What's necessary? What is an Avengers game to you, I guess, is the best way to put it. I would also up that player count. Maybe that's just me, though. Go from 4 to 6. We got to get, I just think that's more entertaining. We need more heroes than that. Anyway, to my Avengers, thank you so much for your support and for sponsoring us on our Patreon. Please consider assembling with us if you are able, and follow that link in the description below. And again, it's after the holidays. Maybe you've got some gift cards. Maybe you've got some holiday spending cash. Our debut novel, 89 Instrument of Destruction, is available now to order from Amazon, and you can check that out at the link in the description below as well. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this conversation. I really do appreciate it. Please like this video if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share our content on social media. It helps immensely with YouTube's analytics and algorithms. Above all else, and most importantly, stay safe, take care of others, and have a marvelous day. Bye, everyone.